modern and powerful and neat and naughty had been born in the USA. Grace leaned forward, her elbows on her knees, close enough that the smoke from Violet's cigarette twirled into her hair. She would need a shower, but not here. If he didn't give you money, what did he give you? I mean, he's a lot older than you. You're stunning, and he's him. Age doesn't matter. Most men are gross, when you get right down to it. Violet sighed, put out her cigarette, and lit another. I guess I might as well tell you. When you wanted to talk to me, I blew you off for the first week because I don't want to be some narc. It just isn't me to get someone in trouble. He didn't do anything illegal or even weird, unless cheating on your wife is weird. You know the reason I finally texted you back? Because the man is a liar. He said, I swear, he said that he was going to bring me down to New York and LA and introduce me to some producers. He was going to make my transition to TV. He didn't follow through? Ghosted my ass. We were together 5 times and it was all about to happen. Maybe reality TV, maybe the soaps, and then nothing. You can't do that to me. Half an hour earlier, Violet had talked about her strict parents. She had dropped out of high school and moved to Montreal from Northern Ontario when she was 17. The plan was to begin as a model, leap to New York or London or Paris, make some money, meet the right people, and break into the movies. Now, at the end of a career in pornography, she was 36. She had been dating a married actuary, but the relationship had recently collapsed in a financial dispute. It occurred to Grace, listening to Violet, that a porn star and a supermarket tabloid journalist could have a lot in common. Both of them had come to Montreal for professional reasons, thinking it would be temporary. Both of them hoped these 90 minutes in Hotel Clementine would put them back on the path of their dreams, that this story would change everything. When she was in 7th grade, Grace had won a writing competition in her hometown of Bloomington, Minnesota. Part of the prize was lunch in Minneapolis with a City Hall reporter from the Star Tribune. She still remembered every moment. The idea that she could order anything from the menu, an appetizer and a main course, was wizardry. A new world had opened. But 1998, the year she graduated in the middle of her class with a master's in journalism, had been a lean one for newspapers. Or at least for Grace Elliot in newspapers. She sent her resume to every large daily paper in the country, including the Star Tribune. Then, when she heard nothing back, to medium-sized dailies and magazines. It broke her heart a little, and then a lot. She had not cultivated a mentor in school, and the City Hall reporter who had taken her to lunch in Minneapolis had died. The only response she received to her job applications was for an unpaid internship at Esquire. She was not in the financial position to accept an unpaid internship in one of the most expensive cities in the world. So, one dark weekend, she responded to an oblique ad on the college bulletin board that did not specify the National Flash or its location. The tabloid's parent company had just moved from New York to Canada, because the chair of the board had secured a 30-year lease on a stone warehouse in Old Montreal for $1 a year. The free space had something to do with economic development, after a dalliance with Quebec separation. But Grace never understood what value the locals received for their money. The Flash employed a total of 3 Canadians. "When are we doing the photo shoot?" said Violet, when they were finished. "If you don't know anyone, I know a guy. He used to shoot ads for Guess jeans." I had a pair of those. Grace was on the verge of giddy. Violet had gone into grim, humiliating detail about her affair with the man some hoped, and many feared, would become the next president of the United States. They would both be in New York soon enough, doing interviews on CNN. When she turned off the recorders, Violet had emptied the bottle of Rioja into 2 plastic glasses. And now they were celebrating what would come next. "I'll text you with dates right away, but we'll make sure the photos are sexy and strong." To girl